stay or something like that. Some of the claims are pretty outlandish. Like somebody claimed bed bugs, but when the manager went to go look, there was not a bed bug in sight. So he's like, okay, yeah, not happening. Or people, there was one lady the other day who claimed that she was going to check out early because she didn't feel safe. Yeah, okay. She checked out the next morning. She spent the night there. So she felt safe enough. It's like some of this stuff that people come up with, it's like, seriously?
I know.
Yes, Charlie, can I help you?
Wild.
The cameo.
And I can't blame Melvin this time. Or Railgash. Foxy's not here.
Yeah, Catmeo.
No, not yet.
But
it shows me watching far too much heavily sarcastic. Just like mention of cat. The cameo.
Yeah, Sir Charles has spoken.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear him?
Did I just hear him meow?
Yeah, that was a meow.
Yeah, it was like Charles has spoken. Meow! It's just well timed.
Feed me! Just me! Worship me as a god!
Oh, he just walks up in my lap. And then 2 seconds later, he'll change his mind and jump down. And then he'll want back up in my lap. And then he'll change his mind and jump down.
And it'll be a never-ending cycle of the hokey cokey on your lap.
Yes. But at least he's purring now. Can you guys hear him?
No, sadly not.
Oh. Come on, Charlie, crank that engine. I know you can purr louder.
Although the funniest thing with cats, I always remember now, is my brother-in-law when he first moved into the new place with my sister. And he had his PC humming away quite happily. Bearing in mind, he has it water-cooled, so he's got the radio turned to the top. And one day he's like, why can I hear the motors going crazy? And it's like trying to cool itself, and it's really getting quite hot. It took him a good 20 minutes to realise the cat is laying across the top, over the top of the radiator.
Oh, God.
Literally like, this is warm, I am not moving. He even looked over like, Lyra, could you please get off? Which Lyra just went, nope. It just got more comfortable.
Get a cat, they said. It will be fun, they said.
I've actually had that cat for years.
Yeah.
Well, wait to see what happens the next time I go over. I have a feeling I'll walk in that door, call for Lyra, and Lyra will just jump straight into my arms. Because no one else is giving her love and attention at the minute.
Yeah, I've had this goober for 16 years. He has no idea he's an old fart. He just likes to bitch. Yeah, is that true?
All this talk of cats, so we're missing the big one.
Yeah. Missing the big cat.
Although we could start without him.
Is Railgash off grooming himself? Could be.
I can imagine Railgash just having his leg up in the air and just licking it. I don't know.
Just doing the full Puss in Boots, Antonio Banderas. Slow reveal.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Oh.
Oh, it's great. Love it.
And I'm going to get this off my chest right now. I'm getting sick of being followed by graphic arts designers on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm. It's not like, oh, stop it or anything like that. It's just like every time I post, hey, I'm live. Graphics designer follows. That's cool. Could you not pop by the stream? Yeah, you're quite clearly a bot account, or my account is being managed by a bot. But then if anybody else has this problem, but that's just me. Anyway, Whilst we wait for Elgash and we have people here, last time on Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes, I feel like I need more dramatic music.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or to do epic DBZ narrator. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. A wonderful band of adventurers had just recently wrapped up capturing their water genie. And now the quest log will read 3 of 4 genies collected. And I found the location, well, you knew of the 4th one, but you went to the 2nd Squad Barracks soon after to pick up the trail of the Sealed King. And hoping maybe Erin's lineage might offer some insight into the whole situation. You visited the barracks to find that it had come under new management. Her former trainer, known as Sifu, had also gained a promotion and a new job. Although some might argue it was like a lateral move. Still trains students, he just does it in a different uniform. And from there, after a brief conversation, you now end up outside of the house of Erin's adoptive mother, who has since kicked the door down upon Erin knocking, and in a very Full Metal Alchemist way has sent her flying, and out steps a high elven old woman. You can see that her hair used to be blonde, but now it's like starting to go grey in places and white. In fact, I have a thing I can show you all, actually.
Ooh.
Because I got bored on Hero Forge, so I kind of made a thing.
Oh, cool! Oh, she looks so badass.
Can
She
I
does
just?
look
Looks like Brienne.
Holy shiza,
I will say
that
right now
looks-
that the hand pose took me hours.
That looks so cool. I love
Really
it.
cool.
I know it looks cool, but again, doing that hand pose took forever, and I am not joking.
It was worth the effort.
I know it was worth the effort, but dear God, trying to just get him to line up, I'd look at him and be like, they aren't aligned, and I'll turn it 90 degrees and find, like, yeah, her hand is like 6 feet forward from her fist. But yeah, anyway, that's what you see come out in sandals, sort of light trousers and everything else. A simple top. She doesn't have the double-bladed scimitar over her back, by the way. It was just a design choice. Yeah. Yeah, but she storms out with all the presence of someone who is ready to throw down. Until she gets as far as like the door frame, and you hear a very bone-chilling pop. At which point she grabs both sides of the door frame. And says, my back, my back. Oh, that's painful. Looks over to Bralgash. You, can I borrow one of your swords as a walking stick? And Bralgash very sheepishly like, sure. Draws a sword and adds it to her, and she uses it to hold herself up.
Now it's practically saying, yeah, good idea, good idea.
I mean, did you want me to have a look at that? I'm proficient in medicine. Maybe I can help with your back in some way, alleviate the pain.
Go ahead, roll for me a medicine check. And as you do so, this whole exterior of like tough warrior woman disappears to kindly old grandmother. Oh, thank you, dear. Oh, that feels so much better. Oh, why can't you be much better than the doctors here in this blasted town?
Are they not taking care of you, Mother?
Oh, of course they're taking care of me. I'm just wearing myself out. Years of training punks like you.
Hey, this punk didn't turn out too bad.
Well, that's certainly true. Where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself since my daughter is very incapable of doing so. My name is Lynn Sotherheim. I take it you are my daughter's companions.
Yep. She's my assassin.
Gives you the sort of... I trained
Guys,
you in martial
this
arts,
is my
not to be an
mom.
assassin.
It's more of a side gig. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
It's a code word for chambermaid.
Yes, that too.
Zoppa, why do you keep saying that? I mean,
I don't know. It's a running joke now. No. Got to keep the viewers interested.
viewers.
I'll do a Miranda and just sort of turn to the side.
What's this?
I was going to say, everyone's like, looking around going, what viewers? We're being watched?
What viewers? Why are you looking in that direction? There's no one there.
The urge now to throw in a Deadpool-like character to really throw around with this is great.
Oh,
Fourth
God.
wall.
The fourth
Yep.
wall. Yeah.
Oh, that would only really work through like an actual physical play, though.
I mean, fair.
You really have to stop with that. But yeah, now, like you mentioned the whole thing of Assassin, like her kindly grandmother again fades away to Warrior Woman as anger is just aimed at Erin. So you didn't become a military dog.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It's a running joke among our party.
For some reason, she likes to say that a lot. It tends to get us in a lot of trouble, though.
Uh-huh.
I can
Pull
see
out,
why.
Pull out my character sheet. Look, I am chaotic. Look, it says here.
It says here in this like script. Or like
Very
character
hastily scribbled in, chaotic, good, scribbled out lawful evil. Well, why have you shown up after all these years?
Aaron will offer the I love you, I'm sorry, I'm an asshole bouquet of flowers she picked up along the way.
She looks them over and like, I accept the gift, but I don't accept the apology.
Aaron's
But it
face
is nice
just
to see you again,
falls.
at least.
Aaron's face just falls.
I mean, I suppose we should introduce ourselves as well, since, well, I am Shizuka Omoiko, and this is Relgash, the big lion man, Leonin.
Hello.
And the Kenku friend with the pointy hat. This is Khan.
God, this mimics the hello.
Yeah, and over there is Lava.
And this dark elf is Clip, although everyone calls him Creep. Yes. And yeah, so I think that's everyone introduced.
I didn't actually say my name, but my name is Zoppa.
Oh, I introduced you. I said the comedian
Did
over
you?
there.
I didn't think you did.
You started and you cut out. I was waiting for the rest of the message to step
Okay,
through.
I was waiting for you to introduce yourself as well, so.
Because I absolutely love this headset. No, what I actually said was, in the comedian over here is Zappa.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I have a wonderful video footage to show you later on. Don't let me forget.
Alright. Brian, you have a wonderful video to show us later on. Don't forget.
Don't forget about that wonderful video.
Right when the stream is over. I'll have to also look it up as well. There should be thousands of it anyway. At which point, Lynn's like, well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Thank you so much for looking after Erin on your magnificent journey. Now, I think it's best you all come inside. I hear you've all made an interesting name for yourselves.
We have? I mean, I don't think we
You mean there? You mean then there's more than one band of bumblefucks wandering around the land?
As you walk in, she gives you a clip around the ear. I didn't teach you such foul language.
Au contraire, mother dear. I learned it from you.
Mm.
Taught by the best.
At which point you are led inside her home, which is a small but modest dwelling. A simple seating area over by a small pit fire, keeping the room warm. There's what looks like a small bedroom on the back wall. On the left wall, though, there looks to be an extra room. From behind a curtain, you can hear the sounds of people cooking and the sounds of a busy kitchen going on. And as she leads you all in, she's gone.
Is that new since Aaron left? Other people in the house?
Yeah, this has been a new thing. At which point she's like, "Oh, ignore the noise. I've had to make some livelihood adjustments in my old retirement years. I've taken to running a small restaurant. It's been quite successful."
Oh,
Oh, free food.
What sort of restaurant is it, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, just whatever people wish to sell. The chefs are a weird bunch.
So a variety of things, I see.
Yes, indeed. And she leads all to around the pit fire so you can all take a seat. And she goes over and she opens the curtain, and you hear her say, "Could I have a small platter for my guests, if you'd be so kind, chefs? Thank you." And closes it and says, "Well, you've timed your visit rather appropriately. They were just in the middle of preparing things ready for a food service session later on. So at least you can sample some of the things that have been going on around here. Now, regarding this name you've made for yourselves, apparently you had a run-in with the Royal Guards at some point."
I suppose several of the Royal Guards, if we're being a little more accurate about this.
If we want to be accurate, my dear, we might also say the 12th Company of Royal Guards. Apparently you ticked their captain off quite severely.
Have you not heard about his crusty sock puppet?
I am well aware of his crusty sock puppet. Sifu does keep me well informed of these things.
You can't take a guy seriously when he's got a crusty sock puppet that does the speaking for him. It's just absurd.
I grant he has eccentric tastes, but the man does serve a purpose.
Comic relief?
Just a bit. Also, as this conversation is going on, the chefs do bring out for you small platters of things like sushi and cooked fish that you can just literally just pick straight off the bone. Fresh baked breads and other such things. And you notice as well that the chefs are not elven; they're actually gnomes.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Just the three of them,
Nice.
and they quite happily go about their work.
Well, in all fairness, we had to do a job for a client is not an accurate word, but it's the best that I can think of, at least.
Client works.
Yeah, he asked us to get. Well, he asked us to. Well, we presumed that the place where the 12th company was indeed abandoned, but then we discovered that, well, the 12th company was there, and things got a little more complicated, to say the least.
Well, boys do find it very hard to abandon their toys. It's normally how they do things. But tell me something, what did the man who sent you, was he also eccentric in his own weird way?
Well,
although he didn't have a crusty sock puppet.
if we're talking about the client, I suppose in a sense he was a little eccentric, but not as strange as the captain with the sock puppet, as Aaron lovingly described.
Oh, it's
yes.
alright, my dear, you don't have to speak so smoothly around the things around here.
It's
You're in good company. You're one of Aaron's companions.
mm,
If you had truly broken the law, I would have had the guards here at an instant, but since you're still here, there's no need to worry.
well,
Insight check.
Go for it.
force of habit, unfortunately. I guess I was brought up to speak, I suppose, a little more. I suppose there's no real diplomatic way of saying it. I guess more formally is the most diplomatic way of saying it. But yes, because we achieved, because we managed to complete the task that the client wanted us to complete. Yes, they have every right to be quite cross as they are.
Well, it's not all surprising. You outdid him in a game, well, in a mental mind game. The difference is he doesn't have a table and a board to flip. But you should be careful.
Can I make an insight check to see whether she knew how, like,
Go
we
for
managed
it.
to do it? Because I'm like, Jesus Christ, Shizuka.
You reckon that she has quite the information network. And I will say, you do recall earlier that she said Sifu does keep her informed.
Noted.
Oh, I guess she pretty much knows all our shenanigans. She's just waiting for us to tell her.
Well,
Now, as you all eating and everything else, she does point out that I half expected you to arrive sooner. I even had beds already made up for you upstairs. Might need a bit of a dusting, mind you.
Oh, I'm sure we can get that sorted. Because I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think about how to, because I'd rather not. Well, I mean, is she someone that we can trust with the whole truth and nothing but the whole truth? Because yes, we need to ask her about. Oh yes, that by the way, this whole prophecy and things. But about the genie parts, that's the thing I'm worried about. Thing I'm very worried.
I mean, I would say it's down to Erin if she wants to tell her or not. She's
Actually, I would like to sort of whisper to Erin. Do you think we could trust her? And no, do you think she can be trusted about the genies? Everything with that?
Yes. I whisper.
I'll let you be the blame.
We gotta. I mean, we need this information, so we damned if we do, and kind of damned if we don't.
I mean, yes, definitely talk about the prophecy, but I suppose it's up to you whether. I suppose it's up to you whether to talk to her about the genie. Excuse me. Yes. So,
We should. I agree. We could. I think we could.
so, Erin, didn't you want to tell Lynn the reason why we were so eager to visit here?
Well, as much as I love seeing you again, as you probably gathered, that's not the only reason for our visit. We're looking for some information that we thought would have been in the library at the monastery, but come to find out that with the changing of the guard, all that stuff got shipped out. Do you know why? It was removed from the premises versus just being stored somewhere else.
As far as I understand it, the reason for moving sensitive documents like that is that it serves no strategic value where it is. At least that's how Sifu put it to me. What prophecy are you chasing? I mean, there's 1,001 prophecies these days.
Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. I am so sorry, guys.
No, that's fine. I've got notes here, so
And I took notes from our conversation the other day.
it's okay.
And I'm still having a brain fart. Good god.
That's okay. It's cool.
I don't.
The prophecy is your sealed king.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you say the sealed king, she mutters the same poem as everybody else. 900 years he will recover his heartbeat. 90 years he will recover his intellect. 9 years recover his power. In 9 days he will retake his throne. He goes, that is an interesting prophecy.
Does it possibly tie into why the old Grandmaster is rotting in prison right now? What did he do? What did he know that it could have earned him such a punishment?
I'm afraid Sifu did not entail me with that kind of information. If I had to suggest anything, I'd imagine it was more of a political move rather than a actual legal violation. Moving pieces off the board tends to work rather well.
So potentially he could be facing execution.
Oh no, the second company doesn't really do executions for its members. Especially for former captains and even founding captains, execution's far too unlikely. Odds are he's in one of two places right now. One could be a prison called Mugen, or the second one called the Maggot's Nest.
That is a
rings a
charming
bell.
name.
I was going to say that rings a bell, the Maggot's Nest.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard it somewhere along the line.
Did we?
Yeah. Can't remember who said. What said.
Well, go ahead and make a history check.
All of us, or just
Yeah, all of you. Let's see if you've heard of these things.
I definitely remember the Maggot's Nest from somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wheaton dice curse alive and well. Nah, that you know what? You know why I'm rolling crappy now? It's because I rolled 2 nat 20s in a row in Tasha's game the other day.
That is true. She did do that in my game. So the dice giveth and the dice taketh.
Damn you guys.
Well, sadly, none of you can recall anything specific. Again, Maggot's Nest rings a bell, as for Shizuko, Mugen rings a bell as well. Yes, I
Both of those ring a bell, but I can't quite recall.
Well, no need to worry about such things. I mean, I'm sure the former commander's in prison for a good reason. Or whoever put him in prison has put him in there for a half-decent reason. Or, like I said, it could be a political power play. I have no reason to doubt the former commander's reasoning. He was a good friend after all. Oh no, sorry, not he, she. Get the pronouns right, Brian.
God damn it, Brian.
Mm.
Did you just assume the gender of the former commander?
No, because I'm remembering the current commander, not the former commander.
Ah.
Yeah, the current commander is a woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but the previous commander was also... No, I had it right. No, the previous commander was a man, the current commander is a woman.
Huh.
Get it right. Get fucking damn it. So, yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the sample of my culinary exploration.
No, it's actually really, really good. I mean, I've never actually tasted a cuisine made by gnomes, so this is quite the experience, to say the least.
Well, they are very, very skilled. You give them just the raw ingredients, and they come up with amazing dishes every time.
Wow.
You're more than welcome to try some if you like. And she looks over at Erin, and Erin, you know this look. It's the look of, if you're going to stay here for a while, you're going to work.
Ha.
Hang on, that means us as well.
Yeah.
Get this goofy deer in the headlights look on my face.
Oh, don't give me that look, dear. It's not going to be anything too drastic.
You always say that, and it always turns out to be drastic.
And it's at this point she stands up and goes over to that corner room where the curtain was and everything else, reaches around behind it and pulls out a couple of spare uniforms and some mops and buckets. And says,
Aha.
I'm so glad you could all help me out so much.
Shizuka can technically cheat. Prestidigitation, baby.
Aaron will grab a mop and start saying, "It's a hard life for us."
Meanwhile, Shizuka's just prestidigitating things like done, and it was just like, oh come on!
Well, this is where it gets funny. So she leads you through the kitchen and through that into like the main restaurant area itself, and it's got a fair few tables and everything else. It has like a small bar area as well for serving drinks and the like, and there you can see a very stern looking wood elf just polishing cups and looks over at Aaron and goes, Aaron, welcome back.
You, who is this? I ask out of character.
This was your mother's sort of butler friend.
Oh, friend with benefits?
You suspected.
You go, Mom. Get you some.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old woman wants a young toy boy.
Yeah, I ain't begrudging her.
You go,
Yeah,
Grandpa.
But yeah, gives you a nodding nod as if you welcome home and everything else, and just carries on polishing cups and putting them up on the side, and then leans over and starts saying to the gnomes in Gnomish of like, obviously, he's reminding them of odd things and stuff like that. And you guys can see the mess you have to clean up, which was the previous service, which has just been and gone. So, and as you get to work, Shizuka, every time you go to prestidigitate a table clean,
Yeah.
you sort of get this split second where something ricochets off the table.
Okay.
and you can see Lynn sitting there with like a bag of peanuts and just casually like flicking them at you. No magic, dear, that's cheating. You have to do some work.
What kind of skill check would that be?
I mean, it's not like I have to deflect missiles or anything.
No, she's not like aiming like lethal or something like that. It's literally just to like catch it in your eye line enough for you to go like, Like the second you start doing the hand motions, she's fully aware that you're a cleric of Amoy Kane. Because you don't really go through lengths to hide it.
Well, no, not really.
Aaron will start laughing and go, sucker.
Well, guess who's not gonna get healed tonight?
Resentment for no healing her back. But a good hour's work later. She comes back out again and looks over the place and goes, perfect. Spotless. I've just had... I didn't give the guy a name. I made up a second NPC and forgot to give him a name.
I forgot.
I gave Arthur here instructions to ready the rooms for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
I forgot what the other one was now. There was one in The Sims for like random name generation.
Mhm.
Oh,
I want to say it was like a non-incognito or something like that. Or a sort of like a play on and also one that was like a play on anonymous.
yeah, anonymous.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. SimCity. If you didn't put a name in, you were mayor de facto.
Mayor de facto, lovely. Yes.
Which I thought was a nice touch, because you would be the de facto mayor. So yeah, I gave Arthur instructions to ready rooms for you and everything else. You should be done by now.
Thank you.
Well, that's quite alright. You can pay me back by working off your debts.
Wait, how much of a debt did we accumulate?
You don't want to know, my dear. Sudden dread.
Table.
Does Aaron have any idea what debt? I mean, because I have a feeling Lynn is talking about more than just lunch.
Yeah, probably, but it's more like just a jab over lunch, so you're just paying off what you owe her for lunch.
So basically, if we eat here, then we got to work it off.
Mm-hmm.
No free food.
Or bored either.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh wait, Rogash would have to sleep outside, so Rogash wouldn't have to do anything, unless of course we make him do everything and we sleep out. No, actually, that's a terrible idea.
Hang on, that doesn't work.
Unless he stashes his blade in the bed, holding again.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yes. Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, that may have some disastrous consequences.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that only worked once because we surprised Brian with it.
Yeah.
Oh no! When you mentioned it, Mary was like, "Oh, this could be fun. I have something in mind already."
Oh no!
Oh
no! No!
I'm loving that you guys go for that option. It's going to cause so much pain.
Oh no!
You know what? I expect nothing less.
Like, sorry, Rogash, you're gonna have to sleep outside.
No one within 300 feet could also get a good night's sleep. But in any case,
basically, we put him on a boat and let him let him out to sea.
Yeah, you go back to Yari. You just push him on a boat and just push him out to the middle of the lake. Following morning, he comes back. He's just covered in kelp, where everything living in the lake now can't get a good night's sleep. They tried everything.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh,
But it's even better because Ralgash himself can't get any sleep because it's any creature that includes himself.
Oh no!
It was such a crappy roll.
Oh no!
But in any case, did you guys want to do anything else for the rest of the afternoon?
What do we need to do?
I was gonna say we needed to ask. I was gonna say we needed to ask it. Okay, what do we do about the sealed king shenanigans? Because we're kind of running out of time.
I mean, you can ask her about that kind of thing.
Please.
Oh, she says
we could. Weren't we supposed to? Weren't we going to scry for something today?
Well, we
were good. Because I remember we did the scry yesterday to find out where all the books and everything had gone.
Yeah.
That was yesterday's scry. Today's scry was it the Grand Master? Were we going to try and scry on him, or was there something?
We could do. I mean,
trying to. I mean, we'd figure out which prison he went to, but I'm trying to think if there was something else that we wanted to scry on?
Not that I can think of. No. Like we've scried on Coffee Man talking to the Earth element. No, the Earth genie thing.
Mm-hmm.
We scried on where the like books and the things from the monastery have gone to, and we found out that they were archived in a temple of Amoy Kane in Yari, where Shizuka's mum had some reading material.
Indeed.
And
Well, we essentially, the Temple of Moikana could also be doubled up as the Great Library of Yari.
this is true.
Because it's cinematic appropriateness. A god of knowledge needs a library.
Yeah, that's true.
Although I will admit, if I wasn't going to pick Shintoism for all the elf stuff, I was half tempted to take one Chiton from Avatar.
Oh yeah,
A literal demon owl with the library and foxes that bring him information.
nice.
And actually gets his information wrong as well.
Oh god.
Yes, there's a wonderful scene in Korra. It's great.
Yep.
Anyway. So yeah, there is a square available today. It's up to you guys if you want to do that. But when you press about the sealed king thing, she just points out that's just a prophecy. It doesn't mean it has no actual truth to it.
I don't believe that.
Feel free to make an insight check.
Okay, let me make an insight. Yeah.
Nice.
God damn.
Mm.
Jesus Christ, the two of you. There are other numbers to roll.
Right, we want to roll.
You have a
20.
whole 19 other numbers you could pick from.
But we wanted to roll that 20.
But we like those. They're nice and pretty and green.
Yeah.
Just think, Brian, they're using them up now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, come the combat, which might not happen for another 2-3 weeks.
Don't give roll 20 and Brian that. Let us have our glory. All right. So what is the insight?
So I'll give her an extra thing for her now 20. That when you give her the hug, when no one's looking and everything else, she hugs you back, and it's just like, it's fine. It's always been your way not to keep in touch. That's why I keep so many eyes out on you.
Then she'll hug her even tighter and whisper, I love you.
Love you too. Yeah. Anyway, regarding the sealed king thing, however, she is definitely not telling you the right thing. Like, her whole thing of, oh, it's just a prophecy, it's a story thing, don't look into it. She's clearly, like, trying to deflect you guys away from it. She knows something.
Does she look nervous or scared, or like she doesn't want us to get caught up in it because we might die?
Yeah, she's got that look of someone who doesn't want her child and her friends, essentially like the next generation, to deal with what's gonna happen.
Mother,
she's obviously well aware of the mess.
Mother, I know that look on your face. What's really going on?
What look on my face? This is my face.
And what a lovely face it is, but I can tell you're not telling us everything that you know. Please. Any information you leave out may get us killed because we're doing this.
Fine. Arthur, you'll have to run everything today. I shall be with my daughter in private. At which point Arthur just gives a reassuring nod, says to the gnomes not to disturb you guys, and as you go back into like almost like her house at the back, in that seating area and everything else, you hear Arthur pull the curtain to, and then you can all hear like a faint muttering, and you watch as like the curtain seems to harden back to a solid wood panel. so it matches the rest of the wall.
That's a neat trick.
Arthur does have some skill.
I bet he does.
But we all know you prefer a different taste. Anyway, she
Yes.
sits down and says that, you know, we shall talk seriously. And then begins with, are you aware of how our people came to be?
You mean the elves?
Yes. The elves, everything.
Just the basic history.
Are you aware of the creation?
Oh.
I mean,
Shizuko, you would know, because
yeah.
it's like
yeah,
it's like knowing the first 7 days of Genesis.
yeah. Izanagi and
You realise that your mum runs a business, it's kind of like a rumour, and she just didn't get it. It's like, I can neither confirm nor deny.
So
yeah.
basically, not only does she have the eyes in the back of her head that mothers have, she's got an additional source of information.
Yes.
Aaron still ain't getting away with shit.
Yep. Like she said earlier, like, Shifu keeps her very well informed. But yeah, the creation myth for the elves is that Izanagi and Izanami planted a spear into the world and drew up the island. This whole continental shelf, as it were.
I was going to say Shizuku would explain.
Oh, I was going to say, do you want to, or you would like DM to?
I mean, I'd probably accidentally leave some bits out or anything. I mean, I could try. I could certainly try. Okay, let me try.
I don't mind,
because
I can happily explain it.
Okay,
anyway.
Go for it. Do it.
Yeah. So Izanagi and Izanami planted a spear into the ocean and drew up the entire continent. The spear itself was then left and became the tree, which is what that mountain is down by Yari, which is why it looks different to all the others. It's literally the end of the spear. Which
the
then
one
became
by Godtier Lake?
Yeah. And why the capital city is called Yari, because that is Japanese for spear. So you guys so Yari sits at the impact point of the spear. And the spear itself then became the tree that the elves are spawned from. I don't need to explain the Izanagi-Izanami myth to you. Your companion of Amoy Kane can quite happily fill you in on that one. But they did have one naturally born child, or rather, one they didn't know about, that became known as the Sealed King. He is the linchpin. He's how everything works here. I suppose in a way, life, death, lawful, chaotic, good, evil. He is the one at the center of it all. Although it might be a she. No, nobody's ever seen it. But that's what the royal guards are for. They're not a militant police force of power-hungry warlords. They are actually duty-bound to protect that.
With no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Just the most powerful thing in all creation.
So what would happen if Sealed King were to reawaken and fulfill that prophecy?
Well, I imagine things would probably carry on as they were. No real discernible issues would arise. I'd imagine.
Why do I get the feeling that's absolute BS?
That's absolutely what, sorry?
Why do I get the feeling that's not what I'm thinking would happen?
Well, again, she honestly doesn't know what would happen.
Oh.
That was just one of the many prophecies some of the original priesthood of Amoikane came up with. I mean, like she said earlier, it was just a story, a prophecy. Saying to someone you don't sacrifice something at the end of the year, the sun doesn't rise, but instead a ball of flaming gas will illuminate the sky. You still get the end result, but
described differently.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, regain his throne, well, he could go back to the plane of the divines and retake a seat. He might retake the throne of the elves and actually become the elven king that he's meant to be. It's hard to say. But the fact that some of the things you guys have done and that she has information on through her home means, and she points out that it's mostly through seafood she's been kept updated on you all. And then mentions that the second company the second company themselves are very much like the spy masters and information network.
What are your feelings on the new Grandmaster, commander of the second company?
I wouldn't say she's a threat, but I wouldn't say she's an ally either.
So neutral or unknown for right now?
Let's certainly put her in the neutral category.
Oh, Foxy just messaged. He's
Yes.
not going to make it tonight.
I noticed as well, so we're down 2, but oh well, it's an RP heavy session. But yes, I've forgotten what I was talking about now when we got sidetracked.
The second, the commander of the second company is considered neutral for now.
Yeah. Let's consider her a neutral for now. We can source out other things later.
I'm guessing that Sifu has his own network of spies that he may keep separate from hers, so she may not have the same information that he does, or he may use his own network to obfuscate information that reaches her ears.
You would be quite astute. You've obviously learned a little bit whilst you're at the monastery.
Things up here and there.
But yeah, Sifu reports directly to her, so all the information comes through him.
And I'm sure some of that information is filtered.
More than likely.
Or at least information that he doesn't know.
Well, Sifu's just... he's a good friend. Yeah, you've been quite well informed with one of his informants.
It does beg the question why on earth the old commander is in one of the two prisons. Besides, what is the political with that?
What was that last bit? So it actually broke up towards the end there.
Oh, what is the political strategy with that?
It's hard to say. I mean, the previous second commander was always a nice man. He always had... It would be wrong to say he had plans within plans, but he always had a backup. Same with the former 12th commander as well.
Mm.
I'm aware he got embroiled in it too. No worries, Aaron. Go ahead and make inside checks, everybody.
Okay.
Server's been interrupted apparently for me, so let's see.
Oh,
It
interesting.
works.
Didn't think Roll20 was having downtime today. God damn.
Damn. We're
Oh.
all insightful.
You guys want the lore tonight, Jesus.
Yeah.
The two
You
of you
can't be bothered
notice...
to watch it.
Yeah, well, the two of you notice that the look on her face, like, changes from, like, trying to put threads together to suddenly seeing, like, the string of events.
Did you just figure something out?
I believe I have, yes. Tell me, Shizuka, do you have a means of being able to scry? Or is Morikane open in that respect to you?
I mean, yes, I can scribe. We also have a mirror that, we also have a mirror that we can use once per day and scribe that way.
I would highly recommend seeking out the old commander. I have a feeling he has more information than I realise. I think something is dreadfully wrong.
That's today's scribes to figure out which prison he's in.
Yes. But, I'd be recommended.
Yes, I think someone's making a move, and you've, without realising it, been privy to the whole situation. At which point, like, as like this sudden fear and dawn hits her, like she goes to get up to do something, and like you hear that pop again, and she's back pain.
Immediately jumps up to help her.
Thank you, and like it's like a proper hobble. Speaking of someone who has a bad back, oh, it hurts. It really does hurt when it lets go. So yeah, you help her over to the back wall, and she has like a small map on the wall and everything else, and between the two of you, you go over the locations and everything else, and like she's asking you very specifically, like, what happened when you went here, and then here, and then here. But yeah, so Tash, Shizuka, you are scrying.
I would love to scribe. Please.
Okay then. As you begin your scry for the former commander of the second company, your vision is pulled away, and you are taken deep into the hills outside of town, past the second company barracks that you recognise, and deeper still into that neck of wilderness. to a constructed fortress. No, not even a fortress. It's almost like a lone hill, and they've dug a deeper gully around it. And the gap itself is like a good 50 feet. But on this hill, they have made their prison. And as you're scrying at it, it's like you're just thinking, you're like, why am I being shown a hill? And then you realise that, oh no, that's walls, that's guards, that's one hell of an illusion they're throwing up. Because at that point, you are taken deep underneath the hill, where you see an open wide space. Prisoners in white robes, just simple throw-ons, no chains, no bars. And you see the old commander, a very gaunt and not necessarily starved or malnourished, just underfed dark elf, sat in a corner. And that's where your thing ends.
Where on the map is it? Is it
It's
I'm
somewhere.
pinging slightly southeast of the city.
Hang on, I will. What's a good colour? Let's go for a good orange. Somewhere in that-ish sort of thing. I kind of hate the tool. I really wish like the hex one would actually follow the hex lines as it goes around.
Oh yeah.
Because it would make it a lot easier. I could freehand it, I suppose. This is going to hurt my wrist.
Oh.
Oh, only because it's like really uncomfortable to draw a circle. There you go.
There's a way that you can draw a circle, like
Yeah, I know, but I like really wanted it to be specifically like up there, you know, like outlining each hex.
Okay.
But yeah, it's in that hilly woody area where the second company barracks were. But anyway, but for those not in Shizuka's scry, the rest of you hear this conversation and like, you know, you went to this place and dealt with this and that, everything else. At which point, Erin, your mother turns around to you guys. Do not trust anyone from the royal companies right now. Because they're the only people who seem to be at the front of a lot of incidents that you guys have come across.
Are they actively trying to sabotage us, or are they just always freaking there?
They seem to be there, so it's hard to say.
I was gonna say, as soon as Shizuka kind of snaps out of the scry, I'm guessing she sees the map where Eren and her mother, well, is there. She's gonna like sort of stand straight up, kind of rush over to the map and point to the spot on the map where like the scrying vision has kind of taken her. There. That's where the former commander is.
Oh, so they took him to the maggot's nest. Oh, how nice.
Such a charming name.
Well, it was his pride and joy. I suppose it was kind enough to let him stay there.
Oh boy.
And
For
I think
some strange reason, Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy is starting to play in my head.
I was more thinking on Harry Potter when they say we have to follow the spiders, and Ron goes, "Why does it have to be spiders? Why can't it be birds? Why does it have to be spiders?" I'm just thinking, why does it have to be maggots?
And she points out that the name's only is more of a misnomer. It keeps prying eyes out. I mean, you can't call it the nice prison. My pride and joy. People go snooping around, call it something nasty like a maggot's nest. Keeps people away.
And it's actually a hillside resort and spa.
Indeed. Did you see the old commander by chance, Shizuka?
I did.
How is he?
He's not looking very good. I mean, he's not bad. He's not so bad that he could be dying, but he definitely doesn't look well. He definitely looks as though he hasn't been allowed to eat several days. He just looks malnourished.
New commander's obviously making some moves. Well then, at least your course is clear.
We're going to break the commander out of prison.
It seems that way.
Oh.
Well,
I
unless
mean,
you have
we
other
were
people you can explicitly trust to help you resolve this kind of situation.
Very few people. Very few people. Boy. Well, like you said, the course is clear.
Wonderful. And I think we should pick it up there next week.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go too far without the others. Otherwise they'll feel lost in all the chaos.
Yeah, that's...
So yeah, a shorter episode than usual this week, but hey, it's fine. Means next session, things can happen.
Yes.
And we shall see.
happen.
Yeah, we shall see what you guys decide to do at the Maggot's Nest. I highly recommend taking this next week to post in the group chat of what you guys plan to do.
Let's
Mostly
see.
because then DM can plan.
Let's see.
So update our last will and testaments. Create backup characters.
I doubt any of you will die. Maybe.
Hey, I've got the backup character done already.
Where is the Maggot's Nest?
On the map, it is somewhere in this wonderful bit of hilly woodland.
Right, yes. I see it.
But where is very, very tight and specific. I mean, these hexes are like 5 miles wide? 12 miles.
Hold on. Let me help you out there.
Uh-oh.
Bazooka.
There.
Can you cast sending?
I can cast sending, yes.
Then when we break him out of prison, we got to send a message to Lynn that says mischief managed.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, we got the Marauders map right in front of us. I mean, Marauders map? What are you talking about? There's no copyright infringement here.
Oh, heavens no.
It's a devious
map.
It's the map for Marauders.
Yes. Beautiful.
Like the Laura Bailey one shot of Schmogwarts.
Yeah. Well, in any case, we shall leave it there for this week. And we shall pick up next week with your guys' plan to infiltrate the maggot's nest. So yeah, if you haven't done so already, please sure to hit that follow button. It's a wonderful way of supporting the Twitch channel, or consider subscribing if you want to donate some actual monies. Oh, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, because hey, that's also free these days. And with that, we shall see you all next time as we begin to raid. We're going to raid the Geek Bar this evening, playing some D&D, and they're doing Tales from the Yawning Portal. So we shall see you all then. Good night, everybody. Farewell.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Just need to get this rolling.
Okay, now I can watch the Q and B ad.
What is the video that you were
Oh yes, I do need
gonna
to
play for us?
give me a sec. Let me